Well, what can I say about that race just then? My God. Oh dear. What a bad way to start off the day. Hello guys and welcome to a brand new stream. Again, we are here at our home race Silverstone, which funny enough I was actually at here a couple of weeks ago for before the release of Motorsport Manager. So it is nice to be in the paddock, at the back of the paddock where I actually was. So it's kind of cool on there. But hope everyone is having a fantastic day on there. So welcome guys to the qualifying stream for the British Grand Prix, and I'm actually going to not stream the race till later tonight possibly, but we'll see anyway. I'll see if I have any time in the next bit. But yeah, I wanted to do some iRacing today as well, so I actually was going to race actually in half an hour, but I don't think we'll get done by then. But we'll see. We'll see. But I hope everyone is doing alright. Sorry about the trying to get my voice back for that Austria race, because it just shows the AI. You know, the AI, they have improved in pace, as you saw at the qualifying session. Renault have improved, which is good to see for any Renault. Oh my God, Renault! Where have Renault come from with that? Upgraded engine, chassis, and downforce, and they're actually up the pecking order now. They've jumped Williams, Mercedes, Haas as well. That's mental. Absolutely mental from Renault that they've done that. We've gone with standard as well, tyre thingy-majiggies, and the gap 4 points as well. But we're going to start off just a little bit. I don't think I have time actually for that race, so I'm just going to do a couple of the practice stipulations, and then so this is a little form of little Q&A session with you guys. So where you can ask me questions about the series or any future with the series, anything on the channel, anything to do with YouTube as well. So
where shortly we're expecting the cars to appear for today's practice.
When 6 into 1 didn't go.
Anthony Davidson, you've driven this circuit more than a few times in your career, and you've been around long enough to remember the Prix
6 into 1 seems fair.
Well. But how do you like Silverstone in its current guise?
Well, the old circuit was a lot of fun, of course, but I do like the current layout.
Could this be our future team, guys? Next season with a bit of rebrand? Possibly, you never know.
And now the corners up at Village and the Loop.
There's Alonso just chilling with his engineer, looking at some lovely code there of connecting to an IP address or whatever, because that's kind of nice on there. But it looks very overcast here. I do not want to know what the expectation for this rain is, if it is any. Perfectly sunny in the practice. A wet quali, lovely. Absolutely lovely on there. And so we've got a wet qualifying, but we have got a dry race, so we're going to be sticking with the dry setup here. But we're going to spend about 15 minutes on this for just to do the two testings. On the stream, I'm going to put it, Jacob, in the race stream for Silverstone. That vote, Jacob. So. And I've just thought about it now. I don't really want to use Renault because they've only just come back to the sport, if that makes any sense. So I don't really want to get rid of that team. I'll probably rebrand it, but in like old colours that they used to run. But I think the Renault will kill you again. How long does it take to record and upload a video? Can't really answer that because I stream, basically. But I have got some videos that are going to be recorded that I've already recorded and ready to upload for the Christmas period. So. Normally it takes me about, if I remember, about 3 hours. So 3 hours to record the video, commentate it, edit it, and then rendering takes about 40 minutes, 45 minutes for me for a 1080p 60 FPS video. So it doesn't really take me long, but then the upload's about an hour, less than an hour. So it isn't too bad already. But I'm just going to quickly show you guys the set that I'm going to be using. If you've got any queries about the setup, guys, more than happy to leave it in the chat. Leave it in the chat, and I'll answer those questions to the best of my ability on there. So we're going to start off with the track accumulation, then we're going to go into quali, and then we're going to jump straight into qualifying, because I really can't. I don't like doing the tyre wear testing on this because it's just so long. Could be Ferrari, yeah, possibly Ferrari. I don't want to join a big team though. That's the thing. Ferrari in this are the second fastest, and I don't really want to beat anyone in the high tiers. I just want to just spend about maybe 3 seasons with one team and get them up the ranks before we go on to different things with the series. So we're going to just get this out of the way, hopefully. Silverstone's one of my favourite tracks on the calendar to drive, so I'm hoping we can do well for the home fans here. And I haven't even had time to get a livery done for this car, so I'm going to hopefully get one sorted for the race stream, because this could just be like a little temporary one. Red Bull are teasing a livery change possibly for this race alone. So I'll wait and see, or if not, I'm going to wait until like a big race like Singapore or Spa. So, still got to get a feel for this. I haven't driven Silverstone in quite some time, and I've got this in the AOR tomorrow, so this is vital practice. And hope that no AOR PC Split 1 driver is watching this, because they'll know what the pace is going to be like. Massive overs. Oh my god, this is going to be flipping fun, this is. Yes, I remember, Niels. I know, I remember. But I do remember the AI being OP in this last corner on power, on exit. We've somehow got green, which is quite surprising. We'll just make that gate. And for some reason, P1, they'd like to use the qualifying pace in this P1 session, which is a bit weird. Yeah, BO, welcome to the channel, mate. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, I missed that gate again. It's that one gate I can't get right.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
I think I'm going to get purple here. But I do need to practice this track, because this track is going to be the death of me here. Right, Spud, no need to apologise, mate. I'm guessing you've been busy. Which is completely understandable. So you don't have to apologise, mate. There we go. That's a bit of a better line. Just playing it cool at the minute, just cruising for what's going to be quite an interesting qualifying session, I have to say. In the wet as well. No idea what wet pace is going to be like for the AI. So we'll do one more lap and then we're going to jump into qualifying runs, just to get the extra resource points under our belts. And again, I've missed the... I always miss like the odd one, don't I, guys? It's annoying, but oh well. So if you've got any questions, guys, post them now, and then at the end of this lap I'll go through some of them while we transition to the next practice session, which I think's in the wet, so I'm going to have to skip that one. Or no, it was P3 actually, so while we transition to P2 I'll answer your questions, so get them in now. About my YouTubes or anything series related, channel related, or general F1 questions, you're more than happy to leave a message. Oh, that was a very poor line through there, not gonna lie. We didn't get a purple, which is fine, because we did chop a little bit of the corner, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, on the grass. We're gonna come into the final part of the lap. Come across the line. Not going to be enough, but...
Program over. That's all we need for now. Return to the garage.
Oh, we've got second place in the timesheets. I'll take that very nicely. Will drop us down the field. Right, let's have a look at this. 15th isn't too bad, actually, if everyone's on, like, qualifying pace, which is quite interesting.
Quick
So
look at the classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top 3. Fiat, Sainz and Max Verstappen. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with more Formula 1 action very shortly.
I don't get that. It said we're 14th fastest, but on this we're apparently 3rd fastest. I don't get that. This game's glitched because Button was ahead of me. Oh, I'm actually, I don't know. But the 2 Toro Rossos the fastest in the first practice session. Alonso was 4th, Vettel 5th, and Magnussen, showing Renault have the pace, have moved up there. So we're going to answer some questions now, and then we'll continue on very much there. Jordan, a very regular subscriber of mine, viewer. Out of all the tracks in F1 2016, which one would you say looks good, amazing? This track has to be the best for me personally. I absolutely love Silverstone. It's a great track. I've been there obviously for the British Grand Prix in 2015. It was my first ever experience of a Grand Prix race, which was fantastic. Met like Arav, Matt, JD on there. So that's interesting. Let's have a look. Anyone else? How old am I? I'm 23. I'm 24 actually, and next month, surprisingly. Why did you start YouTube? Just for it was a hobby basically, in my uni flat when I wasn't in uni, because I wasn't in uni as much in first year. F1 champion next year, can't really say because obviously it is an open playing field of cars. Norwich did play last night. Reese, they lost I think to Huddersfield. How do I know what setup to do? I might make a video on setups, Michael, if you're interested, and I think anyone else as well. What do you think about the rule change for next year from Outfish? Yeah, I think it's quite exciting. I love the looks of the cars. On there. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward. To that next season with that cars. Should make them nice. Race with the subs. Is this a very occasional thing, or is it going to be more consistent? I am going to probably start this next week. I was going to announce it as a video, but you've made me say it, Mad Dog, now. So it depends on who has PC of this game to make this work on there. And what part of England am I from? I'm from the East Midlands. Rinks, what favourite team do I support? Has to be Red Bull, because obviously I'm driving them for this career mode as well. And Daniel Ricciardo is my favourite driver, if anyone's put that in the spot there. Jay, who do I think will drive for Mercedes? Probably Bottas, if I'm honest with what's happened recently on there. And again, Jordan asks about Bottas as well. Think about it. You're not Verstappen, Ryan. I'm not Verstappen. You're not Verstappen. I don't know what's going on with this game. Already answered Rinks' question. I'm just trying to think. Who will drive for Mercedes? Already answered that. On the, can you do Xbox? I have an Xbox One downstairs, but I don't have this game unfortunately, so I can't really play it. So I could buy the game, but I'm absolutely terrible on pad. I'm not like a JD TR Limitless. And as you can see on your screen, we are doing some F1 on the. On there. So we're going to go into qualifying pace, and then we're going to go into qualifying straight away. Even though we know it's wet, it should make an interesting strategy call for the race. So I want you guys in the chat, not now, but at the end of qualifying, to let me know what tyre we should start on for the race. Either the soft, the medium, or the hard tyre. And it is a dry one, so that's very important to add as well. So tonight's going to be interesting for strategy calls, but let's get this one out the way, hopefully. Take that absolutely flat through Abbey. See how my pace is on these soft tyres. Oh, we went very wide onto the Wellington straight, but it looks like we're still up, which is what we need. As we come into the old final corner, which I used to love actually. Obviously I get to experience this on iRacing, but we're already half a second up, which is good. So I think we're going to be comfortably safe here. Just drop it down a gear, down to 7th. I think this should be a very comfortable purple here for us. Just take it nice and smooth through Magazine Backets, which is going to be a lot quicker next season, which I'm absolutely looking forward to as well. But we're already up by 1.2 seconds. Obviously we've got NASA fastest at the minute, so it's not really a respectable time, I'm not going to lie. But remember, we have got the rain coming, so that's going to be fun. Into the last sector, look at that, we've lost, what, 4 tenths in the last sector, last few corners, but we're going to be comfortably in. With a 1:31.2, which will put us comfortably in the purple, and I think that is our session done in practice. There's nothing else I need to do. Start with mediums and finish on hards. I was thinking the opposite. So
an interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top 3, who are
look how close it is actually between me and Kvyat. That's quite close.
That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.
So Max Verstappen on the hards, 9 tenths off the pace. Oh, Paul, I love what you put. But yeah, if you didn't see me in the race stream for Austria, is anyone interested in buying merchandise for myself? Because obviously one of them is regarding caps, where you guys can wear like my logo, and you know, it'd be nice to see that. So on there, so we've got 693 resource points, which is very nice, I have to say. And I think we can get fuel upgrade. We can get the fuel one, which is good. We may most likely get the chassis weight as well. So I'm going to be focused on one of these 2 today in the race stream. So we're going to get everything on 3. Then we're going to focus on one of the 4, sorry, for level 4. So we're going to get all the level 4s up and make Red Bull absolutely on there. Who's my favourite YouTuber? I don't really have one. I don't really. On there. Last Lap Calamity. What happened? Ben swearing? What's this? This is news to me. On there. So anyway, we're going to skip through P3 at the minute. So I'm your favourite. Oh, thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. I really appreciate the nice comments from people saying, "Oh, I'm your favourite YouTuber." It really does make me want to make more videos. I've probably said that in a weird way, but look at Magnussen, P2 for. Where's Palmer? Palmer down there. Nearly a second off the pace of his teammate, so looks pretty nice. On there, so we've got 11 resource points, 704. And now it is time for a wet qualifying session to happen on the channel. So I'm going to be quiet for the next 15 seconds, and then we're going to jump straight in on there. No, I didn't get fired, Basco. I didn't get fired. Did Ryan rage yesterday after his race? Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't actually. I didn't actually rage because it wasn't anyone's fault. It was mine because I hit the curb. And I went in too quickly and aggressively, and I basically, when you hit the curb, it's like F1 2010. If you hit the curb, you spin, and I clipped the inside curb of the bus, the inside of the second part of the bus stop, and just lost the back end. Luckily, I saved it and kept it straight, but the guy behind me whacked into the back of me, and basically that all went wrong. So, unfortunately, that was the case. On there, and we got second place in that one, so I was quite happy anyway with that. But we're going to start this off now, guys. So, very nice words of encouragement in the chat. I really do appreciate it. On there. So, we're going to start this off now. So, everyone sit back. Let me know in the comments below where you think I'm going to qualify in this one. It's going to be wet, so I don't know. I haven't done any wet practice in this car. It's Silverstone, so it should be quite interesting. On there, but without further ado, let's get this off, guys. So sit back, enjoy, and enjoy. So let's do this. And we're at 101 viewers, so thank you very much, guys, for the 100 viewers as well. Right, let's start this off now, guys. Let's do this. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the F1 2016 live career mode being streamed right now on YouTube. It is episode number 81 of Season 3. We're at our home race, Silverstone, for the 10th round of our championship. And if you saw the last episode, guys, it really didn't go well. We got taken out of the race, unfortunately. It wasn't my fault. And our second straight retirement of the season, which is not what I want to see on there. But we're here at a wet Silverstone for qualifying for the British Grand Prix. The big news from the paddock, Renault have surprisingly come out of nowhere, jumping 3 teams and are now the 5th fastest team with a massive upgrade, jumping Williams, Mercedes and Haas, which is fantastic to see for any Renault fans in the chat, so nice to see on there. So should be quite an interesting result here, potentially on the line. It is a wet quali, so anything can happen on there. And in the next episode, guys, I will be asking you guys to vote on which upgrade we focus on for as we're going to complete all the level 3 upgrades before we go on to level 4. So it is between fuel and chassis, and I've got 2 different reasons for that, which you'll find out in the race stream when we get there. And that race will be later on, guys. I can't do it straight after qualifying because I do have to pop out and get something for Christmas. I'm collecting something, so I can't really do the race after that. But it will be later tonight, guys, so do not worry. On the in the championship, obviously with my 2 retirements in a row, Max Verstappen has now closed the gap to 4 points between me and himself, with Vettel now only 53 behind and Sainz in P4. Not going to focus a lot on the constructors now because it's 149 points already at the minute, so I'm not really going to bother about that. But let's hear what Emma has to say before we go out into qualifying, and then we'll go on to that. So let's hear what she has to say.
Just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
So we've got to qualify 4th or higher and beat Max Verstappen. So it seems legit, but we'll see how we get on there. Nice to see someone in the chat saying I'm an F1 commentator. Thank you very much. I did do some streams, broadcasts, and I would like to get back into it very soon. But without further ado, guys, let's head to the track at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Can we get a pole position and get back into our contention for the championship? Let's see how we get on in a wet Silverstone. It's qualifying time, boys.
Welcome to this afternoon's qualifying session here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Many of the drivers have commented on the challenge posed by the high-speed direction changes around this circuit, but you still need to be quick in a straight line. Is that a fair layman's appraisal?
It's easy to make your car quick in a straight line, you just take all the downforce off. But when it comes to a track like this, you really need a bit more of a compromise. The main focus here is carrying speed through the fast-flowing corners, but you still don't want to be a sitting duck on the straight.
So here we go then, into qualifying then for the British Grand Prix, and it is pouring it down with rain. So it is currently intermediate weather, which is very encouraging for me. I sound like David Croft. No way do I sound like David Croft, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually going to see him actually next month at Autosport International, and I may be doing a video, possibly. I'm doing an interview with him, and I may record it. So if I get that confirmed, I'll let you guys know, and I could maybe do a little question from the fans, possibly. But it's going to be full inters. I think it's staying light rain for the whole session, which is definitely what we want. But before we go on track, guys, let's look at the setup for this one, for this wet qualifying session. It is going to be dry in the race, so I'm going to stick with a dry set. So here it is, guys. Feel free to use it for your own career modes or your single player or your online experience in your own league races. It works for me perfectly. I'm going to run this tomorrow in the AOR, which I really recommend you guys going out and checking out. It will be at 8 PM tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to doing it, so we'll see how we get on with that. There's no vote in this one, guys. There will be a vote, obviously, in the next one. There's going to be 2 polls. One is obviously the upgrade, and the other one's going to be something regarding Season 4. So I would love to see your guys' feedback on that as well. So we're going to head out now onto the track. And if anyone is interested, make sure to subscribe to the channel to see regular content. The more likes we get on this, guys, the more I will stream regularly and get this season done before the end of the year. It's only about, what, 2 weeks away? 2 weeks tomorrow is the end of the year. And it is possible, if I stream every day, I could possibly get this season done on New Year's Eve, possibly, and announce a new series on New Year's Day. So we'll wait and see. But anyway, I'm going to go into lean for this lap, just to get a feel for the track, because I've not driven this track in the wet, so this is going to be fun. Gutierrez is fastest, so I'm not really bothered about what my time is at the minute. Just going to be a banker lap, just to get a feel for the car, feel how the dry setup works in these conditions, because it is a dry race. So that's why I've stuck a dry set on. Vettel now the fastest man in the session. So I'm just going to take it nice and easy at the minute. Half a second down on Vettel in the first sector, as I said. Not really focused on that at the minute until the next lap, as Kvyat now goes fastest on a... And then Alonso goes quickest on a 46.2. So we're just playing it cool at the minute. Just trying to see where the grip level is. Just keeping it in cops there. Go through that corner. As for Verstappen now, my teammate goes fastest into the 145s. It's a little bit of oversteer out of the corner. And we gained a little bit on Verstappen in the middle sector, so... interesting. So we're just going to play it nice and carefully. Running a little bit wide out of Stowe. But this is where the AI are quick than me with the traction that they have in the game. You have to feather it, but they can go flat through this corner. And we're going to come across the line to a 146.4, but we're going to continue again because the track obviously wants more people drive this track. As you can see, there's still a line emerging, so I just want to just see if I can get... Look, you can see there, 6 temps up already in the first part of that lap. We'll bring a little bit wide, take a wider line out of this corner, and we actually get the time back, so that's very positive. Just playing it smooth out of that corner. Vettel now goes fastest with a 45.5. But we go purple in the first sector by a 1/10.5 on Sebastian, so very close so far. Just a little bit of a twitch there from me, but we're running a bit wide out of the old last corner. You can take so many different lines there, but you still get the time on there. So we're going to come now towards the old turn 1 of Cops. Break a little bit earlier than usual, get on the power a little bit later, and we get that spot on there. Take it nice and smooth through Magnus and Beckett's this time. A little bit wide out of the section. Up by 6 temps in the middle sector. So it looks like we are the only man on track at the minute, so this works out very nicely here for traffic purposes. Coming to the final sector then. Tyres looking very nice. At just under 80 degrees, so not too bad in terms of grip. This is where the AI will come back at us. So we're going to come through the final corner. It's going to be a 145 flat, which puts us fastest of all. So I'm quite happy with that. So we'll see if anyone beats that time as we go wide out of turn through the village corner, and then we come to the arena complex. And then we're going to go on the... I can't remember what the straight is around here. But a very nice time there from us, but the AI will go quicker as the session goes on, as you've seen. They can set some really quick times, actually, as we saw in Austria. But in the wet, I'm not really sure what the AI are like in full wet conditions. So I'm going to be in a bit of the dark, really, with what their pace is going to be like. I don't know if anyone can clarify that to me, if they're not OP in the wet or not. But I know on this track alone, in dry conditions, the last sector, they gain a lot of time on you. If you're running no assists, of course. With the traction out of the last 2 corners, you just can't get the power down quickly enough that they can do. So we'll wait and see. So that just confirms our theory that it's going to be a full wet, but we don't know if it's going to be a heavy rain later on, or if this rain continues or intensifies, but we'll wait and see. We're going to head back to the pits, and I think we'll be safe anyway, so I'm going to just cruise back to the pits right now and just see how we get on. We'll just very carefully drive into our box, try and find the pit entry here and avoid getting a penalty. On there, so we're back in. Our Lord and Saviour Kimi is here. President Kimi is in the chat. It's good to see you. So hello, my Lord and Saviour Kimi Raikkonen. Lord Kimi, President Kimi's here. One thing I don't get is why are people got umbrellas on, but everyone else hasn't got their umbrellas? If it was a wet race, I think you can kind of see. It's probably your side, Kimi. My advice would be just to refresh. Now, who's the best young driver in any motorsports? There's only one man I can think of, and I'm actually going to meet him in a month's time at Autosport, and as I might have an interview with him, Lando Norris. He is a driver that I really like a lot, and he's actually going to race with Mick Schumacher next season. And look at that, Vettel and Raikkonen set identical times. Actually, that's quite interesting to see on there. So we'll have a look at that, see if anyone gets anywhere close to our time here. We'll wait and see. Sainz actually goes quicker than us by a tenth and a quarter, with a very impressive final sector, I have to say. So it looks like Sainz will end fastest. Actually, Verstappen actually did, so the track did improve a little bit on there. So Verstappen the quickest in Q1, with Sainz second, me in third, Jensen Button in fourth, Vettel and Raikkonen identical on times, 5th and 6th, Kvyat 7th, Magnussen gets into Q2, I think, for the first time in quite a while actually. He's actually in the top 10. So he's looking pretty strong, Renault. Massa, Bottas complete the top 10, Alonso and Palmer 11th and 12th. And the name's out. Lord Haryanto is out of Q1, sadly, which is a bit of a shame. Gutierrez, Ericsson, Perez, Nasser and Hulkenberg complete the 6 drivers out. And now we go to Q2, where the track's going to get a little bit wetter. So I'm looking forward to this. On there as well. So we're going to go back out on the same tyre again. Because, actually, we could maybe...
take a set of intermediates in these.
No, you know what, we'll just use the same tyre, because it's not going to rain in the race. We might as well just use these 3 sets of tyres. Keep the same amount of fuel and just go out. So we're going to go back out yet again. We'll do 2 laps again. Just going to back up a little bit. Don't know why, but... just take it easy to start off with. So here we go. We're going to start our lap off in qualifying 2. Here we go. Let's get the power down. Let's go. Oh, I was a bit too fast through that corner. Trying to go over the limit there and see how fast we can go through turn 1, and I think I've just found that out right now that you can't. So we've got plenty of fuel in the car, so we can go for another run if we want. Obviously we'll have to, of course, but Just going to keep it nice and cool. Lots of oversteer in the car. Obviously, it doesn't really help. It's a 32.7 first sector, but we actually got that corner nailed there for the first time in quite a while. Going to take a very wide line through Brooklands, and as we go into Woodcut, Rosberg now fastest, 46.5. I think that's going to be beaten, if I'm honest. People in the 45s in Q1, running a little bit wide out of Cops. Go into Maggott and Beckett's. And surprisingly, even though we made a mistake, we're a second up on Rosberg, which is quite a shock. So Rosberg must have had a poor lap on there, so quite surprised at that. Even though we made a mistake at turn 1, Rosberg's lap was not that good. I think they're on used inters as well, which I think is what is happening, so... Oh, massive moment at the final corner there. Oh, talking about the power there, and we still go quickest as well with a 45.5, which is quite a shock really. I would have thought we would not have got the fastest time there. So we're ahead of Kvyat, Rosberg, Hamilton is the top 4, but I feel my time will be beaten here. I've got a feeling as Alonso moves up to P3, but that was a really scrappy lap and we still got the fastest time. Everyone must be struggling for grip on this track. As there you go, Vettel now goes quickest, 45.4. And we have been quick in the middle sector as we have been in previous seasons. The AI don't seem to be quick in the middle sector compared to us.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
So we're only up by 1/10 of a second now, under 1/10 now. We'll go up to Cops. Bring it very wide and off the track we go. We'll have to take the escape road. And we take too much power. And that's my issue with engine mapping, is you put too much power down early, you'll lose it, and that's the case that time. We've got Kvyat behind, I think it's on a lap, so we need to get out of the way quickly. So I'm just going to pull to the side, let Kvyat through, as he's on a lap. And I think I'm actually going to go in the pits and just see if we get through comfortably on 1 lap. So we'll wait and see. Well, if we get this stream, guys, to over 100 likes in qualifying, then I will definitely stream the race straight away and not later tonight. So I'll leave you guys up there. Rest in peace, Allianz sign. Yep. We're going to come into the pits. We've got a Renault in as well. I don't know who that is, but... Nice little box. Well, we've got over 100 people watching this, so it's nice to see everyone loving what they're seeing. So we'll go into the box, or into our garage actually. And I think I don't need to go out again, I feel, but you never know. I may have to. Oh, well done, Kimmy. You won your first race ever on F1 2016. Good on you, mate. Well done. Everyone, please like the like button. Michael knows what he's on about. So let's have a look at the times at the minute. So
Our best lap so far is a
I think we're comfortably in anyway.
45.5.
It's dry, Danilo. I can show you if anyone's interested. I haven't really shown you the dry weather, but it is overcast weather. Snow. Some people in the chat. Half a second down on Vettel in the last sector. 6 tenths quicker in the middle sector. I think, is that right? Yeah, 6 tenths, and we're about 4 tenths off in the first sector. So a lot of where we can go. I don't understand how you're on 10,000 subs. I don't know either, Jay. But it's not me. It's you guys, basically the viewers who watch content. Really, that's all I can say. On there, so I feel I'm going to go out. I think I'm safe at the minute, but we've got like Raikkonen, Grosjean, Who else? Button, Verstappen, Sainz, Bottas, who are all... And Verstappen's actually going quickly, actually. A 32.3 first sector, so... Lots of things can happen. We're comfortably quicker in the middle sector over the whole field, so... That's quite nice to see. And speaking of Verstappen, he goes quickest on a 45.1. I want this done before Fulham. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, the football's on, isn't it, in 9 minutes? That's a good point. Thank you, Reese. Right, Reese Benjamin, for telling me that. Right, we're going out because it's... I've just seen the times and we're dropping down the field. So we're going to head out right now. I will do, mister. Don't worry, I'll show it in Q3. I did show it at the start of the episode, but I'll do it again. But we're heading straight back out again because I'm kind of concerned we won't get through. I should be on at least 1 million. I think that's a bit over the top there, Jay, if I'm honest, because no, the biggest YouTuber in our community is Ben, on like 170 odd thousand subscribers or something like that. I think he's near 200 or something. I'm not sure. But him and Arav are the two big guys in the community for different reasons, but I hope to be there soon. Then obviously you got Matt, I think, third. He's nearly at 50,000, I think. And obviously into the barrier as well. And then you got like Alex Afro on 40k. Then it comes down to Noble on 20k. Then JD, who's about 1,000 subs, about 3,000 subs ahead of me, as I just joined the party. So we need to really get a move on right now and try and get a lap in, because I'm just fearing we may be knocked out here. It's happened to us before. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this in. It'll be good for Reese Benjamin because he can sod off and watch the Fulham Derby game. Even though I hate Derby County. If you're a Fulham supporter, Reese, can you please hope and pray that your team demolishes Derby, please? I'd really appreciate that. We've still got like 40 odd seconds to get across the line here. We're down to P7 now. This is why I've come out. So we're going to come up now. And we're going to start a lap. We've got 30 seconds to go. Sainz is the fastest man in the session. And I think we're going to be fine to do a lap. So we're going to just take it nice and easy on the exit of Club. Short shift, and let's get on with this lap then. We've got to find at least half a second, I feel, and I think we'll be safe. I think they're very easy through one, just keeping it in within the limits, but we are up on the Delta. Qualifying has been completed, so we're going to finish our lap off. And look at that, up by 7/10 of a second already, so that's definitely what I needed. We lost all the time in the first sectors and the last sector, so a lot of work to be done, but already 8/10 up right now. 7/10 actually. We go purple in the first sector. So a very good first sector there from us. 3/10 up on Sainz. As more wear is getting put on the track, so it's helping us a little bit. We've got a nice clean track as well, which will help us, but we've got that last sector to think about because we have been slowest of all at the top of the field, if I'm honest, but running a little bit wide, but we're up now to 9/10 of a second on Carlos Sainz. We're going to take it very smoothly through this part of the lap. We just need to be very careful not to clip on any of the curbs, otherwise we will spin it that we have done in the past, but we're now a second up, and we're nearly a second up actually on the best time, so this is going to be quite close actually. But this is where we lose all the time in the final sector. Just haven't got the power down. Can't just get the traction down. So you can see we've already lost half a second already. And we lose the back end again. It's going to play it nice and smooth. Short shifting through these corners. And it's going to be... What time will that be? It's going to be close. It's P1, so we are the fastest in the Q2. So very happy with that. And 3/10 faster, so we actually lost 6/10 to Sainz in the final sector. So the AI have something over me, so that's interesting. Let's Let's have a look at what anyone says. What car do I drive in real life from Kimmy? It's a Ford Fiesta. A Ford Fiesta 2008 one. So we are fastest. And is it me or is it just slowly drying out on there? But we're going to head straight back out and go into Q3 then. Can we secure pole position? It's going to be quite tricky. We've got to nail the last sector, I feel, to get pole. But we'll wait and see how we get it up there. But some very surprising names up at the top of the boards, actually. Massa P3, I've got to say. So it could be in for a little bit of a surprise in terms of positions on the grid. So we'll wait and find out. So we're going to start our first lap. We're going to do 2 laps and then we're going to pit and then go on for a final 1 lap shootout here. Here we go. I'll take a very wide line here into 1. Just brake a little bit early. Massive oversteer through that corner there. Very scary, I've got to say. But we nailed that part perfectly as we go into the loop. Very tight line there for me. A little bit of oversteer, but seems fine at the minute. Just going to take it nice and smooth. Another bit of oversteer on the Wellington straight we go. And that's a 31.7 first sector, but I'm going to take it so carefully through this middle part of the lap. Taking a bit of a wider line just to help us on exit speed. Get that done just about perfectly there. So it's now down the old pit straight towards Cops. As Vettel goes fastest on a 45.4. Let's take it nice and smoothly now through this Magnussen Beckett's complex. Oh, that's very loud there. Accidentally increased the volume there. But we're up by 1.6 seconds on Vettel. They have got to be running used inters if they're doing that slow time there. Massive bit of moment there. We've accidentally changed the camera, which is not what I wanted to do. I was trying to shift down the gears and accidentally pick something there. But very poor lap, so we're going to abandon this lap and just focus on trying to get up the board. So right, let's go. So we're down by a second, so that mistake in the final sector's cost us, but we're going to try again. Just locked up there. Just shows you how much concentration is required here for pole position in these conditions. Just made a little bit of a mistake there, and I don't know why I changed camera, so not what we need. But to be fair, the top 7 covered by a second's not that bad. So we could have got pole there, if I'm honest. Still fastest though, half a second up in the first sector over my teammate Max Verstappen. Take a bit of a tighter line this time. It's going to hinder us a little bit there. So we're back to where we were, only up by Sainz now. Fastest of all with a 1:44.9. So this could be quite close actually between me and Sainz if my pace, as you saw there, looked pretty strong. But we'll see. 10th up. Take it nice and smoothly through Magnussen Beckett's. Don't want to put the power down on the curbs. Just run a little bit wide to avoid the curbs, any contact with the curbs, but up again by 1.4 seconds, so we're basically up only by 2/10, but remember the AI are quite quick in this last sector, so I'm taking this very carefully through this corner. Because I don't want to make any mistakes through Stowe. I'm just going to take it nice and carefully through this final couple of corners. Oh, last corner again. Just can't get the power down. Drifting through the final corner. Oversteer, and we go fastest though with a 44.3. Very carefully there, and we are the fastest of all at this point with a few minutes to go of the session. About 5-6 minutes to go. Very nice time there from us, and I will go back out again just in case if anyone goes quicker than us. But that last sector is horrible, I have to say. We've got 3 minutes to go. I'm going to go back out again, which I think a lot of people will go out on a fresh set of inters. We're already on our final set that we've been allocated for quali, but we're going to take the fuel out and just go for one lap here and just pray we get through on there. So you can see we've got the fastest, look at that, 9/10 lost in the final sector.
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions.
Just shows you.
Our fastest lap is a 1:44.3.
So very close that, very close. But remember, the AI will go quicker as they will go on to a fresh set of intermediates. So that's probably used tyre territory, I think. So we're going to go back out in a second and then we'll see how we go on with this. But we're not going to go out just yet. We'll go out in a minute. But that was close, actually. I would have binned it, if I'm honest. But we'll see how we go on. We've got 25 more likes, guys, before we hit the 100 mark. And I will stream the race straight after. But if not, it will just be maybe a few hours ahead. It's not going to be like till later this evening because I am busy on there. So we'll head out now, actually, because we are quite down the field. So we're quite down the garage pit lane, if that makes any sense. So we'll go out now. Sebastian Vettel pops out. So here we go. Let's see if we can get a pole position. Has been a while for pole, actually, I've got to say. So we'll head out then on our last run as we've got another Ferrari behind us. I think that's Raikkonen. We've got Haas coming out. We've got McLaren out as well. Everyone's popping out now. As we've got a 1 minute 50 odd seconds, so many people might not even get a lap here, I feel. So this is going to be quite close with some of the teams. But we have to pop out in case, because 3 temps is not that far off. I mean 6 temps, sorry. If everyone's going out on brand spanking new set of inters, so you'll see the pace catch up, but we'll see. Don't even know where Sainz is in all this. So at the minute we're currently the fastest. So we'll wait and see if we can hold off Sainz, Verstappen, Raikkonen, Vettel and co. and secure our first pole in quite a while, actually.
Rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay.
So we've got 20 minutes of extra rain, which is not that... I'm not really bothered about that, if I'm honest. Just take it nice and smooth. We've got under a minute to go then. We've got a yellow flag out in sector at the end of the first sector, but it's been cleared straight away. I don't know what that was. A little bit of oversteer as well at the exit of the corner. So here we go then. Gonna take it so carefully through that corner. As you can see, just can't get the power down out of stove like you can in the dry. Right, so here we go. This is just going to be the lap. Well, we're currently on pole, but I just feel that someone's going to beat my time as the session goes on, because the track is getting quite dry. It's slowly drying, but I know it's staying rain, but it could be the perfect conditions for the intermediate, so we'll wait and see. As you can see, I'm already up by 1/10.5, so it is... The track is getting quicker on inters. Going to run a little bit wide, which isn't what I wanted to do. And again, running wide as well. Just want to cool the tyres down. So not the best of laps here, but running a little bit wide. But I want to see what the pace is now, where we can gain that time back in the final sector. Reckon a little bit early for this corner. So remember, half a second. So we've gained a little bit, but we gained a 10th in this in the space of 2 corners. So there we go. And that's about half a 10th gained. There is time to improve. A little bit of oversteer out of Cops. See if we can gain a little bit more now in this final part of the lap. Taken very aggressively, Magnus and Beckett's this time round.
Max is in P3.
We are catching a little bit of time back here. Taking a very tight line. We're still gaining time though. And we're actually gone green, so just shows you the last sector is where I lost all the time really. Oh, just starting to struggle now. Can't get the power down, but we're still going to go quicker though. Only just though, by about 6/100ths of a second, but we have got the pole right there confirmed to us. Our first pole in quite a while. Happy with that, actually.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. A Red Bull, Vettel and Carlos Sainz. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So here is the results. Vettel actually beat Sainz, actually, so that's very good for me. Verstappen down in 4th place, so that's quite good for me in the championship fight. Sainz in 3rd, as I said, Raikkonen 5th, Kvyat 6th, Alonso 7th, Button 8th, Grosjean, the French baguette, in 9th, and Massa completes the top 10 for this one, who didn't really go back out again. But I have to say, I'm quite happy with that. But as someone's mentioned, I think the AI aren't that great in the wet, so maybe something that Cody's need to have a look at, I think, next time around. But it's another pole for us, so I'm happy with that. It has been quite a while that we hit that, so I'm going to end it there now, guys. Thank you very much for watching this race. Well, why did I say race? The qualifying for the British Grand Prix. Nice cheeky 101 resource points as well. The rivalry battle is going to be a bit better for us. I'm not going to lie. As we're going to catch up then. So it's now 18-11 to Max Verstappen. And this will be nice as well. We're going to be back in further in the green, which is what we wanted. Considering we had our little moment in qualifying. But I'm going to end it there now, guys. It is overcast, so there may be rain. So we'll have to wait and see. But thanks, guys. Make sure to slap a like on this. And if we hit 100 likes in the next 10 minutes, I will do the race. So in about half an hour or so. Because I'm going to have a little bit of a break now. Just chill, get a drink, get some food. And then I'll come back and do the race if you guys want me to do. That will mean I won't be streaming later on tonight. But we'll wait and see how I feel. Because I may do a stream for qualifying. But we'll wait and see on there. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, guys, but make sure to find me on Twitter, which is in the description below and on the screen as well on the top, if you want to be aware of when I stream this race, if it is the race in an hour or less than that. If not, it'll be later on tonight. But thank you guys for coming out for qualifying. Over 150 people have come out, so thank you very much for all of you that have come out tonight for this one. I do appreciate it as well. But I'm going to end it there now, so thank you very much for watching this, guys, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this career mode on the channel, and it is a very popular one. I love doing it on there. So until then, guys, I'll see you either in about half an hour or so, or later on this evening for the race. But until then, have a great day, guys. If not, if you can't make it anyway, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow, if you can't make any of the streams today, of course. The AOR at this track as well, so we'll see how we get on. But until then, I'll see you guys there. Take care, guys, and I'll see you very soon for the race. Bye.